morning and welcome back to Business Insight. I'm your host, Lucy Dale, and tonight we'll be exploring a factor of significant importance in contemporary businesses, affecting how well or how poorly an individual firm and its associate supply chains can achieve its goals and objectives. That's right, I'm talking about supply chain management. Now, supply chain management is the synchronized management of the flow of physical goods and associated information from the upstream and downstream linkages between a vast network of organizations involved from the very sourcing of a product to its consumption. To put this into perspective, let's talk about car tires. Now, as consumers, car tires are seen and used on a daily basis. But the logistics behind how they get from the point of origin to the point of consumption is not something we acknowledge. Let's take a look at a forwards flow supply chain of car tires. So starting at the point of origin, raw materials such as natural and synthetic rubber, carbon filler, chemicals and oil are gathered and initiated for the manufacturing process, where they are developed alongside textile elements such as steel belts, beads, ply and tread to form the finished good. The finished goods then make their way to a distribution centre, like DHL, before being transported into retailer stores. For example, Dunlop Tyres have 3 retail networks throughout Australia, consisting of Bow Repairs, Goodyear Auto Care and Dunlop Super Dealer. Via these retail stores, car tyres reach their final point of consumption, customers. Each year, more than 1 billion tyres reach the end of their useful lives. So where do they all end up? Using reverse flow logistics, tyre companies can manage the return of such goods back through the supply chain in order to recapture value or properly dispose of the goods. So now, starting at the point of consumption, the used car tyres travel back to a distribution centre to be sorted and either recycled for their materials for recreational surfaces such as playgrounds or athletic tracks, or delivered to legal tyre landfills. The logistics processes within the car tyre industry require 3 main information systems: radio frequency identification, warehouse management, and transport management. Radio frequency identification is an advanced transaction processing system that uses radio frequency to automatically identify objects implanted with an RFID tag. Built-in microchips programmed with unique codes allow car tyres to be easily identified for their type and size, along with unique identity numbers. The decision support systems of warehouse management and transportation management are also used within the car tyre industry. Bridgestone, a manufacturer and supplier of car tyres, uses a JDA warehouse management system, providing real-time transaction processing, directed task management, and improved inventory accuracy. Finally, since costs associated with the transportation of goods account for more than a quarter of the overall cost of logistics, transportation management systems are of vital importance to the car tyre industry. CJ Logistics is a centralised logistics organisation providing car tyre manufacturers with a developed transportation management system. This system uses an internally developed engine to provide optimal vehicle allocation and routing, tracking and tracing, customer notification of arrival, as well as electronic proof of delivery. A recent study conducted by Navigant Research revealed that by 2035, 85 million autonomy-capable vehicles are expected to be sold annually all around the world. With greater levels of autonomy, future vehicles will increasingly depend on data from various sources, based on car-to-car or car-to-infrastructure communications. To satisfy this demand for autonomous mobility, new tyre technologies, such as Goodyear's Eagle 360, with built-in sensors, are being developed in order to predict and regulate tyre wear and road surface conditions. This move towards such advanced technology increases the range complexity within the car tyre supply chain. This consequently increases future pressures for logistic managers to reduce costs and shorten delivery times in an efficient manner. the increasing globalisation of the automobile industry, with tyre manufacturers expanding their sites and distribution networks all around the globe, creates another challenge for logistics managers. The need to establish global supply chains that minimise inventory and facilitate prompt product supply increases the network complexity of the car tyre supply chains, making it harder for manufacturers to remain competitive. Finally, anticipated trends for consumers to decrease the average kilometres travelled in their vehicles, thus delaying the need for replacement tyres, sparks a concerning challenge for industry providers to remain profitable. Will the car tyre industry overcome these emerging challenges and develop mobility, sustainability and growth? Only time will tell. Thank you for tuning in to Business Insight. I'm your host Lucy Dale. Good night.